Have you ever felt like you're stuck in the waiting room of life? Like you've been standing in front of a closed door for so long, your feet have gone numb, your heart aching from the weight of unanswered hopes. You pray, you beg, you cry, sometimes silently in your pillow, sometimes loudly in sujood, and yet nothing seems to move. You whisper your du'as over and over again. You raise your hands in the stillness of the night, your voice trembling with faith, your eyes filled with tears, but the doors remain closed. Your dreams feel like they're slipping further and further away, like sand falling through your fingers. Days pass, then weeks, then months, maybe even years. And with every tick of the clock, your heart whispers the question you're too scared to say out loud. Why is this happening to me? What am I doing wrong? Has Allah forgotten me? But if you've ever felt this way, then stop for a moment. Breathe, because I need you to know something. This video wasn't made by accident. You didn't just stumble upon it. This, right now, is your moment. A divine message wrapped in the timing of Allah, reaching your heart exactly when you needed it most. This isn't just another video. This is your reminder, your reassurance, your sign from above. Because maybe, just maybe, your waiting isn't a punishment. It's a preparation. You see, when Allah makes you wait, He's not turning away from you. He's turning toward you with purpose, with mercy. He's not being silent to punish you. He's being silent to build you. He is whispering in ways the ears can't hear, but the soul can feel. He's guiding you through the quiet, through the stillness, through the stretch of time that feels like nothing is changing, when in reality, everything is shifting. And what you're calling a delay might actually be the divine moment your heart is being realigned, recentered, rebuilt for something far greater than you're even praying for. Because Allah's timing, it is never random. Not a single moment in your life has happened without His knowledge. Nothing about your journey is a coincidence. Not the delay, not the struggle, and certainly not the fact that you are here watching this message. Allah Himself promises you in the Quran, indeed, with hardship comes ease. Surah Al-Inshirah 94:6. That's not a gentle encouragement. That's a divine guarantee. Every moment you've spent being patient, every tear you've cried without anyone noticing, every Ya Allah whispered into the dark, has been writing a future for you, a future you can't yet see, a future designed by Al-Hakim, the Most Wise. So don't let hopelessness dig its claws into your heart. What feels like a delay might actually be your redirection. What looks like silence could be mercy in disguise. And one day, you'll look back and whisper through a smile, and maybe even a few tears, that wait was the blessing all along. But let's be honest, waiting isn't easy. It's one of the hardest tests a believer can face, because waiting isn't just about counting days. It's not just about holding on. It's a spiritual act, a sacred form of worship, a mirror that reflects the depth of your faith, trust, and submission to Allah. It's easy to trust Allah when life is going your way, when the doors are opening and your plans are unfolding just how you imagined. But real trust, the kind that strengthens your soul, shows up when everything goes quiet, when the du'as feel unanswered, when the doors stay shut, when the road ahead disappears into darkness, and all you have left is your faith. What do you do? When your plans unravel, when your voice feels lost in the silence of the night, when every door you knock on stays closed, Where do you turn? These moments, these sacred, quiet, stretching moments are the real test. And so ask yourself, do I still believe in His plan, even when I can't see His hand guiding it? Do I still whisper, Ya Allah, I trust you, even when I don't understand what He's doing? Do I still raise my hands and say, Alhamdulillah, even when my heart feels crushed under the weight of longing? Because this is the essence of true submission. Not just in joy, not just in ease, but in uncertainty, in confusion, in the deep, aching stillness of waiting. This is where spiritual maturity begins, not in the outcome, but in the becoming. That's what waiting is really about. It's not just about what you're hoping to receive. It's about who you are becoming while you wait. Do you still trust? Do you still pray? Do you still believe? The Prophet Muhammad taught us a truth so powerful, it carries through every struggle, every delay, every heartbreak. Know that victory comes with patience, relief with affliction, and ease with hardship. Tirmidhi 25:16. Victory doesn't always come quickly. Sometimes it is wrapped in hardship, hidden in delay, camouflaged by struggle, and the only way to reach it is to wait with trust. Because in every delay, there is a divine test, a sacred invitation. It's a moment to prove that your faith isn't just about receiving what you want. It's about trusting Allah, even when He withholds. Look at the story of Prophet Yunus, ayahs, trapped in layers of darkness, inside the belly of a whale, beneath the ocean, under a pitch-black sky. No one could hear him. No one knew where he was. But he didn't give up. He didn't curse the darkness. He didn't drown in despair. He turned inward and then upward. He didn't complain. He didn't question. He simply trusted. And in that suffocating stillness, he whispered a dua that carried the full weight of sincerity. There is no deity except you. Exalted are you. Indeed, I have been of the wrongdoers. Surah Al-Anbiya 21:87. And what did Allah do? He rescued him. He delivered him. He turned his rock-bottom moment into a radiant rescue. That's what Allah can do for you. Your darkness is not forgotten. Your waiting is not wasted. Your whispered prayers are not floating aimlessly. Every time you choose faith over fear, every time you cry in secret and still raise your hands in hope, every time you hold on when it would be easier to let go, the angels are writing it down, and Allah is closer to you in those quiet, aching moments than you could ever imagine. So the next time your heart feels heavy, restless, uncertain, tell yourself this. This isn't just a delay. It's a divine invitation, an invitation to trust more deeply, to grow more fully, and to come closer to my Rab than ever before. And remember, not every closed door is rejection. Sometimes closed doors are shields, shields placed lovingly between you and unseen pain. Doors you're begging to walk through right now might be doors to heartbreak, loss, or destruction. You may be crying for a relationship, a job, a chance you feel you need, and wondering why it hasn't arrived. But maybe, just maybe, it's because Allah is too merciful to give it to you too soon. We like to believe we know what's best, but the truth is our vision is small, limited. We see only this moment. But Allah sees all. He sees the next chapter, and the one after that. He sees what's behind every door, what would happen if He opened it now. And sometimes, what lies behind that door isn't what you think. It's not your breakthrough, it's your breakdown. And so, in His mercy, Allah gently keeps it closed, not to hurt you, but to protect you. He tells us in the Quran, perhaps you dislike something, and it is good for you. And perhaps you love something, and it is bad for you. And Allah knows, while you know not. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:2-16. Imagine a child crying for a knife. To that child, it looks harmless, shiny, interesting. He just wants it. But the parent sees what the child cannot. They don't hand over the knife. They don't explain. They protect. That's what Allah does with us. We cry for things that sparkle. We reach for things that shine. But He sees what we cannot see. And in His mercy, He delays. He denies. He redirects. And one day, you'll thank Him for the doors that didn't open, for the prayers that weren't answered, yet for the silence that protected you more than you knew. So if you're in a season of waiting, really let this sink in. You are not being ignored. You are being prepared. You, right now, in this moment, you are being shaped for something greater. You may not see it. You may not feel it. But Allah is molding your heart, strengthening your soul, and preparing you to carry something more beautiful than what you've been asking for. The Prophet Muhammad gave us a truth that brings peace to even the most restless heart. No Muslim makes a dua except that Allah gives it in one of three ways. He either grants it immediately, delays it for a better time, or saves them from a harm they never saw coming. Muslim 2735. Just stop and think about that for a moment. Your dua, every single one of them, is heard, never lost, never overlooked, never dismissed. Allah doesn't ignore sincere calls from His servants. He responds every time. But sometimes that response is different from what we expect. Sometimes it comes now. Sometimes it comes later when you're ready. And sometimes it doesn't come in the form you wanted, because it came instead as a protection, a shield, a mercy you didn't even recognize. So really, what is there to fear? If Allah is listening to your pain, responding with perfect wisdom, and shielding you from unseen harm, what reason do you have to lose hope? Even if it feels like you've been making the same dua for months or years, and nothing is changing, know this: something is changing. Something is moving. Something is being written in the unseen. But it's not always in your timeline. It's in Allah's. Because Allah doesn't respond to serve your frustration. He responds to serve your future. And sometimes what you're asking for is far too small compared to what Allah wants to give you. Maybe you're asking for a flicker, a spark of relief, a quick fix, a temporary solution. But what if Allah is preparing the sunrise? What if the very thing you're asking for is just a dim lamp, and Allah is preparing to show you the brilliance of the morning? It's like a child tugging at their parent's sleeve, begging for a little lamp to light up their room, thinking that's all they need. But the parent knows better. They want to take that child outside, to witness the sunrise, to feel the warmth on their skin, to see the colors fill the sky, to experience something far greater than that little flicker of light. That's what Allah is doing with you. He's not just answering your dua. He's creating a reality that's bigger than what your heart even knows how to imagine. If He gave you what you wanted right now, maybe you'd miss the masterpiece He's been preparing behind the scenes. So if He's making you wait, it's not neglect. It's divine intention. He's planning to give you more than what you prayed for, more than what you dared to hope for, more than what you even knew existed for you. Not just something that lights up a single night of your life, but something that lights up your soul, your purpose, your eternity. So please, Whatever you do, don't stop. Don't stop making dua. Don't stop whispering your hopes into the darkness, even when it feels like no one hears. Don't stop lowering your head to the ground in sujood, even when your heart feels heavy and your lips struggle to form the words. Because every single word, every tear you've cried in silence, every pain you've poured into your prayer, it's all being heard, it's all being counted, it's all being treasured by the most merciful, and most importantly, it's being answered, not just in any way, but in the most loving, most powerful, most perfectly timed way. To the one watching this right now, to the one who feels like you're stuck in waiting, to the one who wonders if your voice has reached the heavens at all, please, listen carefully. You are not forgotten. You are not ignored. You are not alone. And most of all, you must not give up. Because what's coming is more beautiful than anything you've left behind. And what Allah has written for you will come in a way that will leave you in awe. So stay patient, stay hopeful, stay in sujood. Because your story isn't over. It's just beginning. Don't let frustration settle into your soul. Don't let hopelessness take root in your heart. What you're feeling isn't rejection. It's not a punishment. It's not a delay without meaning. It's preparation. It's a divine plan, unfolding with more beauty, precision, and love than you can possibly imagine. Right now, in the stillness, behind the scenes, through moments that feel quiet and slow. You may not see it yet, but one day you will. You'll look back and realize every not yet from Allah was actually a gentle, wait, something better is coming. So hold on, trust, keep praying, keep hoping, because what's coming will make every second of waiting worth it. Allah has not forgotten you. He's not ignoring your cries. He's not overlooking your pain. He's crafting something better, something greater, something so fitting, so tailored, so perfect, that your heart will overflow with awe and gratitude. This wait you're in, it's not empty. Every moment of silence is shaping you. Every unanswered dua is strengthening you. Every delayed response is refining your heart so that when your blessing does come, you'll be ready to hold it with wisdom, humility, and joy. You're not being delayed without reason. You're being developed. So the next time your heart grows restless, when impatience starts to rise, remind yourself of this powerful verse and put your trust in Allah. And sufficient is Allah as a disposer of affairs. Surah Al-Ahzab 33:3. You are not waiting in vain. Your patience is growing you. Your du'as are drawing you closer to your Creator. And through this waiting, you are learning to rely on the one who holds everything, your life, your future, your healing, your joy, all of it, in His hands. And when the time is finally right, when Allah knows your heart is steady, your soul is anchored, your faith is strong, the doors will open, the light will pour in, and your blessings will arrive in ways that leave you speechless, humbled, in awe of His mercy, His timing, and His perfect plan. So be patient, be steadfast, keep that spark of faith burning, keep walking even when the road is dim, because if Allah is making you wait, it's not without purpose. It's because He's preparing something for you, something that is worth every second of the wait.